everyone. Welcome to Live by Design, a place where I hope you'll find content that is informative, inspiring, and insightful. Yes, it's me, your long-lost host, Mwadi Didinga. I think it's been several months since I posted an episode of Live by Design. I have been busy. I've been working. I'm in Boston right now. I'm at Origination at our office. I was organizing and cleaning up some things, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to stop and say what's up. So it's a little messy in the background, but you know what? It's all good. I don't care. I haven't seen you in a long time. Now, I've been active on my social media pages, so on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. But it's been a minute since I've had an opportunity to spend this kind of time with you. Again, I'm in Boston, and I've been here for the last 6 weeks now. 5 of those weeks were spent teaching at our dance intensive. Great time. We had about 40 young people this year. The show was great. The young people were phenomenal. I was able to spend time with my two nieces that usually live in D.C. I was able to bring them here, so they got to spend most of their summer with their cousins. So that was amazing. Then I also got a wonderful, unexpected opportunity, an invitation to join the team at the home studio where I practice Bikram yoga here in Boston, Bikram Yoga Boston, Back Bay, Harvard Square. And it came out of the blue. And, you know, one of the things that I'm always telling other people is that when an opportunity comes your way, say yes. Just say yes. And so I was invited to join the teaching team and also to be coached and mentored by the studio owners. I always practice here when I'm in Boston. We've been practicing here. Most of my family that practice at this studio. So for the last 7-8 years, pretty much since I started practicing. So it was unexpected. And so I'm going to be here in Boston through the month of until November, teaching at their home studio, teaching at the Bikram Yoga Studio in Boston. And so if you're in Boston, come take my class. I post and tweet when I teach so that you can join me if you ever have the opportunity. And then I'll be heading back to DC in November and looking forward to sharing what I've been learning and how I've improved my teaching already just in these last couple of weeks with the crew at Bikram Yoga, Riverdale, Tacoma Park, and Ivy City. I miss you guys. Keisha, Karen, Andrea, Michael, LaShawn, of course my family, so many people to mention. I haven't seen you all in forever. So I am looking forward to seeing you soon, but I'm having a good time. So I wanted to talk today, what really compelled me to get up this morning and say, Wadi, today's the day to get back on the wagon, is that there is all this, what's the word I want to use? Kerfuffle. That's the word. Judge Judy uses that word all the time, kerfuffle, about Gabrielle Douglas's hair. Once again, talking about her hair during her performance, during her demonstration during the Olympics. Now, I usually stay away from the two powerful P's when it comes to my blogging, my videos. Politics, I don't get down with that. I'm not a politician. I'm not a political pundit. I have people in my family who really follow politics and are up on all that stuff. I do vote. And I do stay abreast of current issues, but I just don't get down like that because there are already too many people talking about the political situation. And as an activist, as somebody who used to do social justice and still considers myself a social justice person, I get so riled up by some of the shenanigans, foolishness, and nonsense that I'm seeing in the political arena right now, that it's just better for my mental health to stay out of it. I stay abreast of the situation. I stay abreast of topics that are important to me, and I know who I'm going to vote for, and I leave it at that. The other P that I don't deal with is pop culture. If I could tell you, there are no words to really express how little I care about what celebrities do in their lives. I couldn't care. I don't care about the Kardashians. I don't care about Kanye or Chris Brown or Conor McCulkin or whoever these people are that are out, these celebrities. I don't care. Now, unless you're Prince coming back from the dead, that's a whole nother conversation. But for the most part, I don't get into celebrities. Now, I'm a dance diva. I follow dancers. Real dancers, right? So people in concert dance, choreographers, arts in that respect, not about their personal business, because again, I couldn't care less, but really about their work. So I tend to stay out of politics and pop culture. But today I have to talk about this Gabby business because it has the situation, the conversation about her hair has such a powerful lesson that I really had to stop and really give my little 2 cents for what it's worth. So, I got on Facebook yesterday to wish one of my friends a happy birthday. I got the little notification. It was her birthday, and I wanted to send her a little shout out on Facebook. And I happened to come across another person posting about people talking about Gabrielle Douglas's hair again at the Olympics. I guess her hair wasn't right or wasn't right enough, and there are problems with her edges and all this other nonsense. So, to be honest, I was chilling. I was nosy. My curiosity got piqued. So I was like, well, I want to see what's going on with the girl's hair now. What's the problem? She keeps it up in a bun or a ponytail. Who cares? But, my curiosity got the best of me. So my sister Shalomba had a link to Gabby Douglas's performance on her Facebook page at the Olympics. So I said, I'm just going to click it and see what all the hubbub is about, right? So I clicked on it. I had to watch that video 5 times before I was able to even notice her hair, because every single time I started to play that video of her at the Olympics, I got so distracted by the beast that she is in her craft. I got so distracted by the mastery, the confidence, the power, the grace, the technique, that I forgot I was supposed to be looking at her hair or her edges or whatever the conversation was. So I kept repeating, and I kept getting distracted, finding myself saying, dang, I wish I could do. How does she do? And the training and the da-da-da-da-da-da. And so finally I gave up. I stopped even thinking about the girl's hair, and I was just really looking at her and how she's grown since the first time we saw her and the first time we were introduced to her for the Olympics. From then to now, you can see the confidence in her face. You can see the confidence in her moves. Like, the little girl was gone. There was a young woman in front of me who was handling her business, and I got so inspired that I got up and I started doing all this other stuff. And then, I sat back and on my reflection, when I was reflecting about it, I was like, really, y'all? Folks worried about her edges. She's living her edges. She's living the edge, at the edge of her life. She is in the Coliseum, in the arena, on the main floor, handling her business, while Petty Peter and Petty Paul and Petty Patty are sitting up in the bleachers, some of them not even in the stadium, talking about her hair. And it's so interesting because I remember 4 years ago, there was conversation about her hair. If Gabby Douglas cared about what folks thought about her hair, she would have showed up at the Olympics with a pressing curl or, whatever style she thought people would be more accepting of. But she didn't. She didn't change her hair because I'm assuming she probably thought that the hour, 2 hours she would have to spend getting her hair done would be better spent invested in training herself for the event of a lifetime. I'm assuming that rather than sitting around and worrying about hair and makeup and what people are going to think and did I get it right this time, she was spending her time psyching herself up so that she, on that international platform with the whole world watching her, could handle her business. And that's exactly what she did. She's living on the edge while people are worried about her edges. Makes no sense to me at all. It really, really doesn't. But my point in even talking about it and bringing it up is not so much the controversy about her hair, because the people who watch this show, we're all on the same page. Excuse my grammar, don't nobody care about Gabby's edges. When we see her, we see mastery. When we see her, we see power. When we see her, we see dedication. We see commitment. We see someone who has found her purpose and is living that purpose and has dedicated herself to becoming the top person in her field in the world. That's what we see. But what I also see when I see the controversy, it reminds me that no matter what you do, no matter how good you get, no matter how powerful, masterful, no matter how much you excel in your craft, no matter if you're dominating your lane, there's always going to be those groups, that group of the Petty Peters and the Petty Pauls and the Petty Patties who are going to try to bring you down, who are going to try to find something to criticize you about, to make themselves feel better about the fact that while you are sitting in the arena on the main floor handling your business, they're in the bleachers or out of the back tailgating. No matter what you do, no matter how strong you become, no matter how excellent you become, there's always going to be that contingent of people who are going to find something, anything that they can do to try to bring you down in their eyes so they can feel better about the fact that they're sitting back watching life go by while they're eating their popcorn and flipping channels on the TV. So my point is this. Gabby doesn't care about what y'all think about her hair. Because if she did, like I said, she would have showed up with a pressing curl or a weave or whatever it is that people think her hair should look like. She doesn't care. She invested time in making sure that the thing, her passion, her purpose was being lived out, that she was giving the best, 100% focus, attention, and energy to what she knows she was born to do, and she killed it. Meanwhile, the folks who are sitting there talking about her edges are sitting around, in their own lives, looking at their own life, probably asking, what's going on with them. And we also use other people's lives, their victories and their failures, as a way to distract ourselves from what's going on in our own life. Rather than asking yourself, why didn't she do her edges? You should be asking yourself, why are you not living at your edge? Why are you not pushing boundaries? Why are you not trying to set history and do something new and be that person who's living your potential and living fully? No matter what you do, no matter how excellent you become, no matter how perfect you become, no matter how high you go in your career, in your life, whatever, there are always going to be that group of people trying to bring you down. So my thing is, if they're going to hate on you anyway, just keep it moving. She didn't care. She didn't change her hair. She probably intensified her training so that she could get up on that balance beam and handle her business. But she didn't change her hair because she doesn't care. And neither should you. Do you live your life? Find your goals. Don't worry about what people are going to think about you, because they're going to talk about you anyway, no matter what you do. So if they're going to talk about something, if they're going to be obsessed about something, you at least have your excellence. Let them talk about your excellence. Let them be distracted by your excellence, but don't allow yourself to be distracted by the comments and the concerns of foolish people, knuckleheads, people who are just sitting back letting life pass them by while you're trying to get your hustle on. Right? Because a year from now, when she's on the cover of the Wheaties box and having all the endorsements and nobody's going to care about her edges. And anybody who's still concerned about her edges, well, really, they don't have much else going on in their life. So let them have her edges, right? Gabby does not care. She doesn't care. I don't care. The people who are on the field, the gladiators who are taking the floor and coming out and trying to be the best that they can be in whatever that area is, whether you're an athlete or an artist, a musician, a parent, a teacher, a mechanic, go for yours. Find your edge. Do your best. Oftentimes, it's often said that one of the things that holds us back from really coming out and doing what we know we were born to be is that we're worried about what other people are going to think about us. Well, here's your example. No matter what you do, there are going to be those folks who are talking trash about you anyway, so just go for it. If Prince worried about what people thought about him, we wouldn't have the 39 albums that he created over the lifetime of his career. If Oprah worried what people thought about her, her nose is too big, her eyes are too wide, this and that, we wouldn't have Oprah, we wouldn't have OWN, we wouldn't have, the list goes on and on and on. If my sister Shaumba worried about all the people who said that she didn't have any talent or whatever, we wouldn't have Origination. There are always going to be those people who try to come for you. There are always going to be those people who have not found their own purpose. They have not found their reason for being. And rather than focusing on themselves and minding their own business, they want to be all up in everybody else's Kool-Aid trying to bring folks down. Don't let that be you. Don't be one of the people that lives close to the chest, close to the vest, that stays small because you're afraid of what other people are going to say about you, what other people are going to think about you. Don't be that person. And if you are one of the people who are worried about Gabby's hair and her edges, turn the mirror around, look at your own life, and get yourself together. She's doing her thing. She couldn't care less about you because, again, if she cared, she would have came up there with a Shirley Temple cut or whatever the new style is out now with this hair business. She doesn't care. She's Gabby Douglas. She's out there taking over the world while people are sitting back on TV, looking at her hair and carrying on. So, like I said, it's been a long while since I've been in this space because I've been working, I've been on my grind. But I wanted to come back to this space because we have our little tribe that's growing. People who are trying to dominate their lane, trying to be out in the world and find their purpose. And we need to encourage one another. The patties, the petty patties, the poo-pooers, and the naysayers, they're going to be there forever. If they're going to talk about something, let them talk about your excellence. And if they're so steeped and so stuck in their own mediocrity that they can't appreciate your excellence, screw them. That's right, I said it. That may not be kind, and I know it's not very spiritual, but that's how I feel right now. That girl's out there flipping for her life, and people are worried about whether her hair is done right. Come on, please. Y'all, we're better than that. We have things we were meant to do. You have things that you were meant to do. So don't be one of those folks. Keep your eyes on your prize. Stay in the arena. Attach yourself to other gladiators. Find other people who are striving, who have goals, who are trying to attain things, and let the naysayers and the poo-pooers, let them have something. People are probably going to look at this video and talk about my edges. I need to get my hair retightened soon. I don't care because I'm out here handling my business. I'm out here trying to get things done, and you should be too. Live on the edge. Don't worry about Gabby's edges. Are you living at the edge? Are you pushing your boundaries? Are you out here trying to see and become everything that you know that you were meant to become? Become the person that you know you were born to be. That should be your focus. That's what I'm striving for. That's what should be your focus as well. So the naysayers, the poo-pooers, they're always going to find something to talk about. So let's not worry about them, y'all. Let's handle our business. There's a lot to be done. The world needs us at our best. The world needs us at our most creative. The world needs us at our most spiritual. The world needs us at our most grounded. We need to do the things that need to be done to have the things that we want to have, to bring about the change that we know needs to be done, that needs to be seen in this world. So let's not allow ourselves to be distracted by the folks who are concerned about folks' edges. I mean, really, right? We have things to do. You have things to do. I will be seeing you more regularly in this space. I feel like I've neglected you. I feel like I've neglected myself. I've missed these conversations, and I've missed this time together. So I wish you a great weekend. If you're in Boston, come practice yoga with me over at Bikram Yoga Boston. If you're in the DMV still, you better be still practicing your yoga, because when I come back in November, I expect some of you to have made some progress on the homework assignments that I gave you. But in the meantime, you all, do the best, be the best, strive for excellence in all that you do. You're here, you might as well be here for real. I will see you all soon. Have a great, great day on purpose. And that's it. Take care. Bye-bye.